Hello beautiful people, it's your girl Jine and it's Jine Signatures. So today I'll be making this beautiful bubble gown with patches. It's a striped fabric. This was the inspiration, as in this was what my client wanted. So if you want to make yours, just sit back, relax, and let me show you the process and how easy it's going to be. So that was inspiration and this is what I made. Yeah, the camera is not really doing justice to this, but it came out actually looking very beautiful. So if this is what you're interested in, like I said, let's sit back, relax, and let's get over to the cutting table. Thank you to all my amazing subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So without wasting further ado, let's go over to the cutting table. So I folded my fabric into 4, as you can see. So depending on the patches you want, you go for that. But before we get there, let's just go over to cutting of this. So I'm cutting both the front and the back at the same time. So now my client does not want her own to be too bogus. So you get your middle back neckline to where you want your sleeve to get to. So for my client, I've already gotten that, and that is what I'll be marking out on the fabric, as you can see. So I've already gotten that, and then that is what I have on the table. So the first thing I did was to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, and then for the round sleeve opening I came down by 11 inches. So our hip is 41 divided by 4. I got like about 10.5 or thereabouts, or 10.75, and so I added extra 4 inches to that because you don't want it to be too big. So from there I'll connect the same thing in the middle and then the lower part of the, as in the M line, and then connect everything into a straight line. So this is what we have now. So I'll just cover that under part so that it will slip when I'm cutting it out. So the next thing to do is to do the neck width. The neck width is 3 inches, and then for the back neck depth, the back neck depth is going to be 1 inch, and the front neck depth is going to be about 8 inches. And so it's going to be a V-neck line. So just go ahead and connect like that. It is a very beginner friendly tutorial. So I'll go ahead and cut out the back piece because we are through for now, before we'll go over to the rest of the tutorial. So I've cut out the shoulder slope as well. So I'll come here and then I'll cut out the sides as well. So this is what we have. So now we'll remove the back. Let me just get where I'm going to be attaching my pocket. So that's what I just got. My half length, I went up by 1 inch, and then I give it a very notch. So I'll separate the front from the back, and then so that I'll adjust the neckline for the front. The neck width that I made use of was 3.5 inches. You know, it's not going to be having a button, it's not going to be having a zipper, so you just have to be careful when you're doing this. So now this is what we have. So the next thing to do now is to cut out my facings for this, because I'll be using facing for the front and the back. So I'll use the leftover pieces that I have right there that I cut out, and then I'll cut out my facings. So I'll cut out for the back first before cutting out for the front. So we all know how to cut out faces. Just place your fabric on fold, place the pieces that you're going to be using for your facing on fold, and then you trace out exactly what you have as the neckline. So we have our facing for the back, and then we'll go over and cut out the facing for the front as well. So we'll cut out the facing for the front as well. So you place your fabric on fold as well, and then you go ahead and cut it out. Just trace out the neckline, and then you cut it out. So we have our facings ready. So now the next thing to do is to go over to the patches that we'll be using for the design. So I already have this leftover fabrics in the store, so I just brought them out. I'll be using this my hemming gum size to cut out my patches in circles. So this is what I have. So I'll be adding half an inch all the way around. So that half an inch is going to be serving as my sewing allowance. My client does not want the patches to be too big, so she just wanted that size that I have on the tutorial. But if you want your own patches to be a bit bigger, just make it bigger. So this is entirely dependent on what you want. I believe you understand. So I just added half an inch all the way around it, and then I'll go ahead and cut it out. So it's this pattern now that I'll be using to cut out all the fabrics. I'll be cutting 2 pieces for one pattern because I'm going to be sewing it and turning it out. I'll be using the hemming gum to make it firm before I'll cut it out. So just place into two like this, and then place the fabric on it and then cut it out. Because I've already added my hemming allowance, there's no need to add another allowance to this. So I'll go ahead and cut out for the others as well. So this is the second one. So I'll be cutting out about 6 pieces of the patches. That will be 12 in total because of course each will be having its own lining, the same fabric. So this is the fourth one. Just go ahead and take your time and trace them all out. So this is the last one. And so this is what we have. So we have them all in. Okay, this is the last one, sorry. That was the fifth one. So this is the sixth one. So I've gone ahead to trace everything out, and this is what we have. So you can see them all. So I'm going to be using this gum stay to attach on one piece of each to give it stability. I'll be doing this off camera and then sew it all the way with my right side facing each other, sew out the sewing allowance and then turn it out and give it a very good press. And then I'll head over to my sewing machine and then I'll be back to show you the next step anyway, so just stay tuned. So having done all that, this is what we have. I've gone ahead to sew my neckline as you can see, and again to give it a very good press so that it will lay flat. That's my facing here. So now I'm going to be showing you how I'll be placing the patches. So these are the patches, if you remember how I cut it out, and I've gone ahead to turn it out and giving it a very good press. So I'll just be placing them like this. As you can see, you don't need an exact way, just place it how you want it to be. So this is how I'll be placing it, and then I'm going to be using pins to hold them down because I don't want them shifting, so I'll be using pins to hold them down. So I'll use pins to hold it down. Just hold it down first because I don't want it to shift. I love the placement, so I'll just leave it like this. So just pin it down as you can see me doing. just pin them down, each piece. I don't know if it happens to you, but most times all the pins I've bought, before you know, they'll just disappear. I keep buying pins, I don't know. And anytime I want to use it, I keep looking for pins and I will not see pins. I don't know if it has happened to you. Please tell me what your experience is like. Even though I'm using a magnet to hold them in place together, but at the end of the day, when I want to make clothes, sometimes I'll be looking for my pins. I will not find them. I don't know if it's happening to only me or it happens to my fellow designers as well. Please just leave it in the comment section. Let me know if it's true. So I'm placing my hemming gums under each piece like this. I'm going to be using a steam iron to iron it in place before I'll go ahead to my sewing machine and then use my zigzag machine. And then I'll use my zigzag machine to iron it on the clothes so that it will not shift when I'm sewing it. So this is another way of attaching this thing to give you less stress. So just go ahead and iron it with a steaming iron. So I've gone ahead to do that, and when I was sewing it on my machine, I didn't even have any problem at all. If you see, I did it effortlessly, as in it was very, very easy for me as I was sewing it. So you can see how beautiful and how neat it looks like. So I've gone ahead to join the side seams by 1 inch and then folded the sleeves by 1/2 inch. And of course you can see the side pockets. I've got ready to attach it as well. And then the hemming line, I've gone ahead to fold it in by my client's length. So under the armpit or under the round sleeve area, just give it a notch so that it will lay flat. So after all this, I'm going to be giving it a very good press, and then that is the end of our beautiful tutorial. So you can see that this is a beginner friendly tutorial. This is easy. If you can rock it with anything. Oh my god, if you rock this with the white trainers, oh my god, people are going to be looking at you. It came out actually looking very beautiful, and I think I'm going to be making one for myself. It may not be this color. I may use another color, but it came out looking nice. So if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to leave beautiful comments. And like I always say, this is Jine Signatures, and I'm signing out. Bye.